My goodness, that really is one ugly Tauren. I just, I could not imagine seeing that as a real player in the game. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream, to the replay, as the case may be. Enjoy your stay. We got plenty to see, and it's entirely free. Up until August 26th, anyway, when we're gonna have to start paying for it. But you might want to do it, say, on August 13th, to start reserving your names. And maybe getting macros or whatever else set up. Alrighty, boys. Let's get back into this, shall we? So, what did we do last? Okay. While we are here, we could do this one. So I think I will. Boop. Must kill the brigands. Cannoneer. Ow! Don't do that. How many members do we have? I just got backhanded. I don't know how I feel about this. Actually, I'm pretty sure I know how I feel about this. I'm not all that okay with it. Must open the armory box. Wait, is that actually an upgrade? Oh my gosh, it was. Okay. Whatever. I'm okay with it. Ow. Need more cannoneers. Get wrecked. Alright, Tazan, this ain't gonna work, buddy. I ain't gonna have you coming up in here messing with me. I use Sam as such a hardcore example. I really hope I see him again and maybe he joins us this go around. I need to see if I can hook back up with him on Skype or something. Sam was freaking hilarious. Ouch. If you could not beat the crap out of me, that'd be great, thanks. That might finish that one off.
My man is low.
It did. Oh, get back here, you little rascal, shall we say. What up, my sexy lurkers in chat? I'm gonna maul you. I'm gonna maul near you twice, 3 times. PDT. Wait, no. Yeah, I was right. Sorry guys, also talking in game. Man, I love reminiscing about these moments. And that's Aiden's idea, and I've been stealing it so bad. see. Excuse me, Mr. Brigand?
I need to get closer.
Whoop! Ooh, a fire wand. Bonk. Oh, I didn't bonk her. What up, Ren? Chuck Norris once had a staring contest with the sun and won. Because the sun it became night. Oh, I remember that one. Oh my god. Ren, you gotta tell me, man. What's the deal? Do you have, like, every Chuck Norris joke just kind of, like, charted down? Are you getting these from a website? What's the deal here? You're remembering some of the oldest ones that, like, you're remembering the old school ones. I feel like this is coming out of a book or something.
Keep it quick, kid. I ain't got all day.
I ain't got all day. Wait, what was this one? Boom, 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 boom. Come on now, don't be shy. So what's the deal?
Hey, how you doing? Keep it real.
Eee.
Welcome to Ratchet. Hope you're looking for work.
So you're literally remembering things off the top of your head, for real. No website help, no book, no nothing. It's like a comprehensive list of the ye old Chuck Norris jokes. The heckle thing.
It's too far away.
It's too far away.
It's too far away.
I got this. That is impressive, man. You are welcome to continue to keep coming in here and doing that all the time. I'm loving the Chuck Norris jokes. And it's pretty much a new one every time. A new old one, I should say. I mean, very few of the Chuck Norris jokes are legit new these days. It was getting a little dicey there for a minute, not gonna lie. Needed some kind of horns. Scythe claws. Yeah, so it's not these guys.
I need to target something first.
What up, new viewers? If you are enjoying the content, feel free to like, follow, subscribe, or don't. That's up to you guys, man. Nobody owns you.
I need a target. I'm out of range.
We're practicing ourselves some speed runs for when this thing goes live. Fun fact, staff gain. Oh, it didn't work that time. The little level 3 gazelles and whatnot. Hey, those are skinnable? What? I just learned something. I bet you just get like the ruins or whatever off of it. Yeah, scraps. Still, that's 7 copper. Oh, I was saying, a fun fact, those little guys will give you gains a lot of the time when you're smacking them as a druid or whatever with your melee. I know a lot of time, especially if you're going speed running and whatnot, you want to be efficient, so you're using animal forms. Come back!
Looked hard. Go forth to victory.
The Horn of Ikachi. Okay, no quests there.
Sug.
Sug.
forth to victory. What do you need? Strength. What can I help you with?
You can buy my crap. Wait, fisherman's knife. Eh.
Go with honor.
Come back. I think that was the mountain I needed to scale. Yep, reasonably sure this is the mountain I needed to climb. Let's see, I'm supposed to have a vial somewhere. I'm supposed to fill up with yucky liquid. At least I thought I was. Oh, nope. Not yet. Whoopsie daisy. I forgot to talk to Dendrite, whatever his name. Now, if I remember right, Ikachi or whatever his name is supposed to have. We're supposed to be able to kill him somewhere around here, somewhere nearby. Let's see. Maybe it was down there. Let me look. Ikachi. Ichiyeki or whatever. Northeast of Crossroads. Okay, so it's somewhere around there. Got it. But I am up here, so I'll do this quest. That guy, what guy? Agaji? You know what it reminds me of? I don't know if you guys like anime or anything like that. It was this anime called Yu Yu Hakusho that I liked a lot when I was younger. Still a good show, I think. But it was like an anime from the 80s or early 90s. It's like as old or older than Dragon Ball Z, if you guys know what I'm talking about. And in that anime, there's a guy named Kuwabara who's like this local badass that always gets wrecked by only one other guy, the main character. And he's got like this softer side, and he ended up like adopting a kitty cat, and the kitty cat's name was Agaji. So that's what I'm always thinking of when frickin' this lion, for this lion quest, Agaji, or Ayakachi, or something like that is his name. So you did watch it, so you know what I'm talking about. You might not remember that little part, but frickin' Kuwabara, the weird-haired guy with the energy sword, he cared about that silly cat, Agaji. I gotta come out and heal. Thundercats was good. I don't remember Robotech. Unless it was like Age of Ultron. I mean, that's another old one. I'm showing my age off a bit here. Voltron Neo Genesis. I remember Age of Voltron. That was like the first ones. It came out in like 1984 or some jazz. I remember watching that when I was a little kid. Man, I loved that show. That was like the predecessor to Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Come on, let's be real. Am I right? Broken Skull. Oh, that was freaking that little pair of dweebs or whatever, like the bad guys that turned out to be good guys in Power Rangers, wasn't it? I only ever watched like the first what do you want to call it? I don't want to call it a season or series. I only ever watched like the first part of Power Rangers, like with Zordon and that little weird guy. Where there was a witch. I don't remember the names because it's been so long now, and I'm bad with names anyway. But there was this big witch, and then she was replaced by, I don't know his name, but he was basically a red guy with a brain in his skull. Well, that's most of it, I guess. The top of his head looked like a brain with a tiara around it. The nostalgia. And freaking, I'll tell you what, I don't remember any of that crap, but I remember the Green Ranger's name was Jason, and he played a flute to summon, like, Godzilla Zord or whatever, and it always sounded like this. Now, how is it I can remember that, but I can't remember any of the other names or crap like that, right? Tommy? Oh, my bad. I thought Tommy was the Red Ranger. Maybe Jason was the Red Ranger. You might be right. It might have been Tommy. Anyway, the sound was spot on. For the frickin' Zord summon, the dagger flute, the flagger, Jason was the Red Ranger. Okay. Alright, I was close. Shut up. I've had enough of you. But the freaking dagger flute thing, that sound was spot on. Go look it up. Like, look up a YouTube clip of it or whatever. There's probably one out there. It goes doo, 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 doo. It's just this tiny little sound bite, and it repeated like, I don't know, however many times till the stupid Zord showed up. Hey, how come you can run up this thing but I can't? I feel like there's cheating involved here. Uh-oh. You're really still running? Uh-oh.
I need more mana.
Come back here.
I don't have a target.
Ooh, Tiger's Eye. That was the one that was worth like a silver each. Uh-oh, we're starting to get respawns already. You can definitely tell they increased the spawn rates. Like, as a solo druid, I could come over here and basically kill everything and then wait a couple minutes, chill out, you know, pick my teeth or, you know, go do whatever, and I had time. Now, I can't even get through like one little spot before they're starting to come back like that little guy. Looking at poison. Why are you looking at poisonous caterpillars? My son and I found a poisonous caterpillar earlier today. It was one of the. It wasn't a dangerous poisonous caterpillar, but it was that large black one with the spikes all over. You know. You know which one I'm talking about. Everybody's probably seen one. That's alright, he'll be back. Welcome back. You didn't find any friends out there among the desert wastelands? Oh, that's good to hear. Hey, welcome back. How you figured July 12th's gonna be a funny day? Cinnamon. I guess that is a compelling reason to go ahead and make that thumbnail, though. I've been thinking about it. Because that means I'll have to play some Fortnite prop hunt or something. I don't know. What else are you guys playing these days, Cinna? I'll probably join in until, you know, August 13th or August 25th. Because the 26th, you know. I'm going to be all over some World of Warcraft. Die is nothing, man. Beta's still been tons of fun, honestly. Most like the yodeling Walmart boy? No? You're open to whatever. How about come play some World of Warcraft? Huh? He'll be back. He ain't gonna find any backup out there. If it had run that way, I might have been a little worried about him bringing over some... Uh-oh. No, this kid's not gonna get anyone else either. You know what? Y'all run off. It's fine. You'll be back. Told you. I knew they'd be back. Did you fix Jerry yet? Cause it's coming, Senna. It's coming. World of Warcraft live launch, bro. Live launch. What kind of memes you been looking up, Ren? Come back. He might actually get friends over here. Son of a... Nope, I knew it. Oh, he didn't pull them both, though. He only pulled one. It's not too bad. Tinker Sniggles. That name is so cute. Oh, not again. No. It's alright, he'll be back. Oh, don't go get that ogre. You're about to go get that ogre, aren't you? Oh, he did. Oh, I killed the freaking traitor, though, that got me killed. Satisfying. See, I should have started running much earlier. I deserved this. Ooh, you don't want to die up in the Northern Barrens. Holy crap. It's a heck of a walk. That's very inefficient. So how about it, Senna? What are we going to actually play for like the 6 weeks that I won't have World of Warcraft? as much as I absolutely hate to admit this, I've been considering trying to come up with $15 and subscribing just to continue to play some form of World of Warcraft. But the whole time I'd be fussing about it being retail and all. But we could duo level something for a little while and just have some fun with it. Like, we were gonna have Death Knights or something at one point. I thought. No, it was a Warlock and something else. I thought. I don't remember what it was gonna be. What are you gonna be, by the way, Senna? When you join in? Did we lose Senna? There's that little booger. Just in case this joker tries to run too. I'll bring him way out here. Yep. Where you going? Daggone it. Oh, he didn't pull that one. he might actually bring some with him.
Another silent WoW stream.
Silent? I don't know. It's been reasonably talkative. Not here the last few seconds because I've been concentrating. So what's up?
Yeah, I know. I just say that. Oh my god.
I'm just still super stoked over the launch. But, you know, it's gonna be painfully long 6 weeks after the 12th.
6 weeks? Damn.
Yeah.
I could be living an entirely different lifestyle by then. I'm a Twitch streamer. I just stream Clash of Clans.
Yeah. That's the way to do it.
It's like the opposite. I hate Twitch and I hate Clash of Clans.
You never know. You may love Clash of Clans and Twitch in 6 weeks.
I know, right? That's what I was saying. Sorry if I'm kind of quiet. I'm trying to stay relatively quiet when my mother is asleep.
Then you're doing a good job so far.
Thanks. Yes. Did I ever tell you that I decided to do every other day instead of every day?
Nope, you didn't tell me that, but it's probably a good deal. I mean, you could stream the alternating every other day.
I plan to stream on Sundays.
Yeah, I remember you saying that before. And my point is, you know, stream's low effort. You could stream every other day and then make Sunday your big stream day, I guess. I mean, it's up to you. Whatever makes you happy is really all that matters. If you don't get burnt out, and because the hardest thing to do is try to pick up a channel and revive it each time. You know?
Yeah.
So the biggest thing is just not dying out.
I don't like playing games alone that much, so that's why I'm not really into streams anymore.
Well, find
As
people to play
much.
with.
I did find people to play with. It's just that nobody's available at specific times or whatever. Like, most humans.
Well, I know this is still 6 weeks and change away, but you will have the ability to stream World of Warcraft every other day for, a couple hours or whatever you decide to stream it.
And I may. I might. I'm not saying I won't.
I feel like you're getting defensive over it.
I'm not trying to. It's right.
Alright. Yeah, I don't want you to feel like I'm pushing for it. Like, hey, you should totally. This is what you should do, T. No, I'm just offering suggestions. That's all.
Yeah.
Why you no stream? I'm just kidding. How dare you?
Very close. If you didn't know, there was somebody named Barrows that just joined. So.
What up, Don?
Hey, man.
You say amen?
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Hey, Manganina. Oh, is that not where we were going with this?
I don't know where we're going. So, yeah.
I'm gonna
Did you see any of
I'm
those
gonna counter that with no.
Did you see any of those duels today?
No, I didn't really look at them. Who won between Sidu and Venruki?
Dude, owned his ass with the elemental spec.
Nice.
Venuki couldn't do shit to him. He's like, oh, you know, he tried to do the big bomb and then, you know, do his, but just nothing.
Shamans are bursty, man. They're scary.
I mean, cause he has a 6-second interrupt and another 13-second.
Well, that interrupt is only for one school. So that's just like your normal kick. That's why.
But it's like every 6 seconds or something crazy. Short range on it, but like the only
nearly spammable.
other mage that almost beat him once. But he ranged him the whole time and just reset and drank. Reset and drank. Sheeped him, reset, drank.
It's weird that he would sheep him, because that would put him back to full health.
Right, but not mana.
True.
He'd get to eat. The mage could eat and get his mana back up. Because what CD was doing is purge.
Getting
Taking
rid of all the
every,
buffs.
you know, intellect, ice armor, ice barrier, fire shield, mana shield.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Inner
they put
fire
everything
for
up.
priests, etc., etc., etc. The only thing it wouldn't get you out of, like, is a druid form or a shadow priest spec shadow.
Right. Bracket, he ended up facing all 3 mages, eliminating mages, and then 2 of them came through the. When you lost one, you had a chance to come back. Up, beating.
Barrows, do you do YouTube or anything?
Not yet.
Oh.
He's
You got a
waiting
nice
for
voice.
World of Warcraft.
Need to. Want to.
Yeah. You should.
Just need classic beta, but it's over now and I'm so sad.
Well, it'll be about 6 weeks and we'll actually be playing it, but still 6 weeks feels like forever. And I'm still on it. I'm like, my wife had the best response ever earlier. I was like, man, it's gonna be gone on the 12th. I'm so sad. She's like, well, you still got it now, so get on it and play it and have some fun. Be sad later. And I'm just like, you know what? That's the right mentality, but it's tough.
Then you're sad about thinking about being sad later.
Yeah, pretty much. The amount of relevance in that statement is scary.
The amount of resist that the orcs had to the engineering bombs,
Probably pretty decent.
not one of them got Sea-Doo. Like, not one time did he get stunned by it.
Well, you gotta consider it's only a sap stun, and if the person was close enough that he might have been meleeing, or if he had a dot on him or anything else, anything would drag him out of that stun. I see it hit some people sometimes, and it's instantly off just from a dot or from, you know, a melee coming in.
Yeah, but this was in the duel. There wasn't anything. Like, every time Venruki went to do his bombs, he was like, and, you know, like the resist from stun.
Well, it's a 25% resist chance, and I'm just glad we won't be fighting against it when it comes to real PvP, because Alliance don't have that.
Well, I'm rethinking my rogue, because I'm thinking maybe Orc would be stronger, and it's a quicker run to catch up to you.
True, and it is, PvE wise, it'd be a little stronger. PvP, I'm still not so sure, but, I mean, if whichever one makes you happiest is what you ought to go with. It's as simple as that.
I can't remember if me and Senna were going to be undead or trolls.
I think Senna's gonna be undead.
I'm pretty sure we were going to try to be the same race so we can make jokes, but I don't know.
almost positive he was planning on going undead. Some undead female, probably.
That doesn't surprise
Can't
me.
stand the undead females.
He wanted real bad. That's one of the guys I was telling you about before. In most of the games that we played, he plays a female. So he was all like, "Yeah, all right, let's do this horde, blood elf," and I'm like, "Nope, it's not how it works, man. I'm sorry, you don't get that till TVC." And he's like, "Oh, so you meant we're going alliance?" And I'm like, "Nope."
That was a really good Senna impersonation.
Well, I rolled a couple other different things, just chest and stuff. At warrior,
Yeah.
and I did a real interesting spec. Now I don't know if this is to be viable, but I really like the versatility of it. And
Viable for what? Like duo?
PvP. For
Oh.
PvP. You get Iron Will in a warrior, and it's a resistance to stun and charm by additional 15%.
Alright, see you later, T.
I'm out of range.
That kind of makes up for the racial, I guess, the orc racial percent, but or you can be an orc warrior and spec into that, and you would like 35-40%, you know, resistance to
I
stun.
don't know if it's multiplicative or additive stack.
Let me switch over here to my other window. Get the link there for the talent tree.
I do. Let me pull it up real quick.
Yeah.
Remind me to switch back. I got in trouble the other day because we were looking at specs, and I forgot to switch back so I could keep an eye on my chat, and I missed a bunch of chat messages. So remind me to
Okay.
swap back after we're done looking at it.
Oh well. The two-handed damage, because you're like once you're getting hit and you're raging, like a lot of damage, like, and it just cooldown. So my thought was with Druid, if you put just a little bit of heal on me, even like a rejuve, occasionally a healing touch, be able to be sustained, and then so there's points. Well, let me just do the first tree. Percent deflection, tactical mastery, senses and retain rage, and then I got the anger management where it reduces the percent, and then overpowers, I think, pretty OP. So
Oh
I
yeah,
put
overpowered.
2 points into there.
Very strong.
Percent crit strike. Cruelty for 5% crit, and then unbridled wrath for 40% chance to generate additional rage when you deal melee damage.
Yeah.
The rage up. Piercing howl for the reducing movement speed. Blood craze over 6 seconds every time you're critically hit. 1 point into battle shout to get me to the next tier, and then enrage. Melee damage bonus for 12 seconds. Things after being a victim of a crit. So I'm healing when I get crit,
Yeah. Death Wish is a very nice skill.
Yeah.
Like, Death Wish is pretty huge.
I'm gonna take more damage, but I'm immune to fear effects.
That's the big thing.
And
30 seconds of immunity to fear is
20% more damage.
Yeah.
By 20%. That with the orc racial,
you'd become real squishy for a plate wearer, but you'd be real damaging too.
right? But I mean, like,
Against
right when
casters, that
going-
would be just devastating.
and that's like when you're doing your final blows to finish somebody off, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you got some heals on you, but anyway, then the next tree, I put 1 into shield specialization, % chance to generate a rage if I block, defense by 8, and then blood rage generates rage, and then I get last stand, which gives me 30% maximum health for 20 seconds. I have an Iron Will, that gives me the 15% stun and charm resist. And then 2 points into Improved Revenge for a 30% chance to stun. Oh, by being hybrid, I got the anger management, I can fourth, I got my parry, I got my defense and stun, I got crits. And I got, improved intercept, reduced the cooldown by 10 seconds. The intercept, I didn't get concussive blow, but I think getting Death Wish is much better
Yeah, oh yeah.
than on your
Death
sprint
Wish.
because you need gap closers.
Well, it's more for PvP. The immunity to fear is huge. Again, that doesn't fully shut down priest or a warlock because they still have ways to get out of it, like mind control and charm. But the charm is only if they have the right pet out for a warlock, and the mind control is kind of a long cast.
And I have a
for
15% resistance to charm. And if I do it as an undead, which I'm thinking,
we still
I
lose
have
our stealthy.
I have immunity to charm.
Well, yeah,
Charm, sleep,
any kind of
Will-
mind affecting.
will of the Forsaken.
Yeah, oh yeah, I know it. Strongest racial in the game. Second strongest is the orc passive. Third strongest is the dwarf.
I don't do as much
activatable.
damage with this spec, like it's not a bursty like Sony Digital, whack 'em down type thing. But like,
Inventory is
wield it, I can dual wield it, and I can, so.
I guess one of the real questions is now: are you gonna go warrior, or is it something you're just food for thought? And
I was watching some of the duels there and thinking, and just like, the warrior is just really tough, but I'm like,
as a rogue, a warrior would shut you down. I mean, that's where it would be us being a duo that would make the warrior. Like as a druid, a warrior is real easy for me. So that would be us being a pair is what would make that valuable.
right, yeah. I'm just thinking for the
As-
speed leveling effect, I'm thinking I could kill maybe faster, so I'm gonna test it.
I don't know that it
Just-
would be faster than the rogue build you had, because that was a pretty good one. But it would be comparable at the very least. It'd be pretty close. The two things is, I mean, you are a little bit more paper rock scissory as a warrior, because there are several other classes that counter you much harder than rogues. Rogues have the disengage, so they can just avoid those specific classes, whereas warriors can't. We lose our stealth combo, and if we ever enter a situation where, say, we start doing a bunch of PvP and you're talking about going to Duskwallow, or Duskwood rather, as a warrior, they're going to corpse camp you, and there won't be much I can do about it.
Right, yeah. We take all that fun out of it, so.
What's up?
It would take all the fun out of it.
Yeah. You get a couple of tryhards that are all pissy about dying once or twice, and then they would literally just lord over you for a while. And that would be a huge setback, too.
Anyway, it was just a thought.
I'm not saying don't do it. If that's still, if you prefer to do that, then let's do it. We just might not go to Duskwood or Alliance heavy zones, and we won't be able to do the sneaky go roll through dungeons pair. But that's still fine. I mean, it's not; those aren't, you know, make or breakers. They're just nice things to have.
Ever use Wyvern Sting when you were a hunter?
Rarely, because it just didn't feel like it did that much compared to Serpent Sting. You can only have one sting on them at a time, and you either wanted Serpent for the damage or Viper for anything that had a blue bar. So I rarely used it. On PvE, I used it sometimes just to, if the tank was bad, or if the healers had a hard time keeping up healing the tank, just to kind of supplement the balance there between either an undergeared tank or a low mana healer. But that
I
was
was thinking of a
pretty
spec
situational.
where I had 21 into marksman and 30 into survival.
That's not a leveling build, probably. I mean, as a hunter, about the only viable level builds are
The beast,
Beast Mastery Marksman.
right?
That would be a
But
good
I was just-
PvP build probably later on.
Yeah, for that lightning reflexes is giving you 3 times 5. That's 15% agility. It's huge. It's
Yeah.
just
That's huge for their damage and for their
armor,
ability to
dodge,
get out.
and I
Yeah.
can get parry.
Deflection was a skill that they got, which was like plus 25% dodge, plus 25% parry, which was pretty nice. It's basically the same thing as an
The deterrence, yeah.
rogues. Is that what it's called? Deterrence?
Yeah.
It was basically a rogue's evasion, only it was split between two instead of all dodge. I had that as in my survival spec, and it was very nice. I used it against rogues, and
Right. And you get the 10% health. You get the sure-footedness, which gives you increased hit and increased movement and parrying effects
resistance.
by 15.
Yep, that was a very similar build to what I had back in the day. And ironically, I stacked agility, and you know, most hunters go agility strength, but I valued stamina and agility the same on my hunter, which was very different than what most people did. But at the same time, I ended up in game with like 6,000 health, a little over 6,000 health as a hunter, which was a lot of health. It was a very strong build. I had no complaints with it. And like I said, the only thing that ever even had a shot at beating me, other than a paladin, because I didn't have to fight those really in actual PvP, was a druid. The only way to beat me was basically to out-endure me, and since I have no innate heals, it wasn't that hard to do. And I had no problems taking on like priests and whatnot, because they couldn't get rid of my poison unless they had like a specific trinket. I think there's one of them out there that did it, but they could only do that once, and then I just reapply it. You get in that Viper Sting, and then they're gonna run out of mana before they ever become a threat.
I like the flexibility of it.
Oh, I loved Hunter. Like I've said before, if when we do ults, my ult's either gonna be a Hunter or a Warlock most likely. Just because I really did enjoy Hunter. And honestly, as far as Classic goes, I feel like Hunters are actually stronger than Druids. Just I fell in love with the Druids kit, so I don't really feel like going Hunter to start. Plus, I played like I didn't play after they normalized pets, so now granted I don't remember having that super duper fast wolf that basically was a bug because of how fast it was with the attack speed, but I might have had it. So, I mean, I just don't remember. I remember I had, I think my main pet was some kind of in-game cat because it had stealth, because my Shadow Meld aim shot was very viable, and I used a pet that could stealth so that way they wouldn't see it there.
Right.
That would be another thing. I'd feel like I miss Shadow Meld aim shot a lot. Not having it would be a little rough, because they would, enemies would always see the aim shot starting. They would get to, at the very least, they'd be all of a sudden they'd have a target. They're like, why am I targeting this orc, for example? And then all of a sudden, the aim shot comes in, or they start looking around, because they know what's up. That means an orc is casting or doing something on them. So, but they never had that as a night elf, because it was just all of a sudden boom, and by the time they actually saw me, because back then there was a little bit of, the latency was a little tougher, just different technology 15 years ago. So,
Right.
I mean, by the time they noticed me, I'd already gotten 2 or 3 shots off as I'm coming out of a Shadow Meld, except the aim shot's an auto shot, and then followed up by an arcane, and you use an ability between each one of your auto shots just to double up on your damage. Auto shot, aim shot, auto shot, arcane shot, auto shot, volley, which was the 3 attack one, but I'd use it even on single target because it's just in addition to the rotation, and then one of your stings, or you do your sting second, maybe before the arcane, just to, get that extra supplemental damage or whatever.
The other crazy thought I had is if I did a pally.
That's an alliance though.
I know, but I can go Seal of Light and Seal of Wisdom, and we could level in areas blessings on the mobs, and you'll get healed up.
That would be nice if we were going
Pick up your
alliance.
mana. Right? No, but no. As a horde, you would gain. Wow.
What?
I put the Blessing of Wisdom on the mob, so anybody that hits the Seal of Light or
So you're
Seal
gonna
of
play
Light.
the opposite faction just to give buffs? So you're talking about a second account, I'm assuming?
Right, but I mean, like I could actually put a buff on a mob,
Mm-hmm.
like a spoof for doing a level, opposing faction to 60.
Well, you got to be real
That'd be
careful about
crazy.
doing that, because back in vanilla days, I don't know how Blizzard's standpoint is on it now, but back in vanilla days, that was bannable. Any kind of collusion with the enemy faction, like they didn't until TBC. They didn't really even have quest chains. I mean, in TBC, it became a lot more about demons. So the 2 factions didn't fight each other as much, and da 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 da. But I remember, even having an account on the opposite side was bannable, and I remember people did get banned because they'd switch over to another account and start cussing people out. People reported that, that account would get shut down. And back then there was no free way to play, so that was definitely a $60 game that someone bought, and the $15 a month for however long that account had been active. Blizzard was a lot less apologetic back then. I don't know I don't know that they would even care about it now.
Right. No, I was just weird, to do the seals and
Yeah,
party.
that would be really handy. I feel like it would that would be something like after you get a level 60 paladin, then you just follow your other horde guy around or whatever. But trying to level both faction sides at the same time, and that would be like a novelty thing for like later.
No, I just was a crazy thought I had. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, that would be wild.
Yeah. TBC getting, you know, because like I said, if they do launch TBC servers, I'm gonna be all over that too. Having paladins in TBC will really handy.
Too bad you can't have a Tauren Pally. I would roll that.
In TBC or in Classic?
Oh, even in Classic, yeah. Just look badass.
Yeah, he probably would, because Paladins had a lot of, like, really bulky gear. And, Taurens are already really bulky. Like, there's some shoulder blades that make Taurens look freaking fearsome. The Warriors, some of that plate stuff.
Yeah. Crazy stuff.
Yeah. Tauren Paladin would definitely be looking pretty terrifying. Or excuse me, very heroic. Oh crap, here I am probably ignoring my chat. Yeah, sorry guys, I missed a couple messages. Oh wait, no I didn't. It's been quiet. Nothing but stalkers in chat. Lucky me. Ooh, I have the high ground. I love when they net you when you're jumping and then you're sitting there in the air.
You just tore him up. It was crazy. Definitely going with the rogue is going to be the safest bet for us for both being stealth,
Yeah.
get the in-game, you know, the whole thing.
Yeah, I think that'll be probably the strongest combo is for damage, rogue, and druid. You're definitely not killing us combo would be double druid.
Yeah, so my empowered attack is increased by 3 for 15 seconds. So where's my power attacks right now? Power attack. No idea how to find it.
My gear's starting to get worn down. I'm gonna have to go actually repair soon.
I wonder if there's not really
one more set of bracers.
I also been working on some macros.
Mm-hmm.
So for the Q key, I have a mouse over target.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, target equals mouse over. So when you're reaching out with your mouse, you tap Q. And now you have them targeted. So click on them.
I don't think that actually necessarily even saves time. Like either way, it's a click. It's either you're clicking your Q or you're clicking your left click. And I'm usually spam clicking something for either you know, dash or whatever.
But,
I think that one's actually counterintuitive. So I know it probably sounds mean. It's just I don't know that one would be too useful, to be frank. I guess it depends on your reliance, though. Like,
I usually use it for focus, set focus, but to do that in Classic because there's no focus. That's why I was changing it to. But good point, you know.
because that would be potentially slowing down one of your global cooldowns or one of your skills. I mean, if there are people out there who are predominantly left-handed or whatever, I'm ambidextrous personally, so I'm comfortable using both. When I was younger, I actually wrote with my left hand until I got teased a little bit, and then kind of switched to using the right hand.
Yeah, I'm dyslexic too, so that really helps me.
Fair enough.
Just look at things differently.
Oh yeah, it's a whole different perspective that
Outside,
I honestly can't
outside
even.
the box.
Yeah. It reminds me of a somewhat recent movie. It was called Temple Something, and she had some form of relative Asperger syndrome, and basically she saw her mind just interpreted information a lot differently, but it also, she became an inventor and came up with things that, seemed so simple to her, but like blew a bunch of people out of the water. She was, for whatever reason, fascinated with cows, so she developed like the system now for, well, butchering cows that made them a lot less nervous, I guess. So that way it wasn't, some of them didn't die before getting butchered or whatnot. And
Like,
it's a lot more humane of a system, honestly. So.
and it's like, this isn't really gonna hurt. I lied. But you don't realize it until you're gone. So
Yeah, made them calmer. That's kind of the big thing, because they weren't panicking, and then that some people would argue that messes up the meat. But that's not why she did it. At least not according to the movie or whatnot.
right.
I have a crap ton of linen just from killing so many humanoids.
I gotta get the level 10 with both of my rogues, and then compare the.
Oops! I don't want to sell my skinning knife.
But like, on those duels, man, there was so much engineering used.
Oh yeah, no, it's engineering. There's lots of good professions out there, but the only one that actively contributes to PvP is engineering. Like actively, a lot of them inactively or secondarily or supplementally helped by like enchanting all your gear or the leatherworking stuff that makes your armor a little tougher, especially the things that can't be enchanted, etc., 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 etc. Crafting things that other people might not have, but the only one that actively contributes to active PvP is engineering. That's why it's such a must-have for PvPers. It gives you the bombs, it gives you the trinkets, it gives you the pets that you can use in PvP. It gives you a really righteous helmet that's great that, knocks you down, but you get right back up and you basically incapacitate someone for 25 seconds. I mean, that's going to be huge, especially when you consider something like the WoW Arena. Someone did that to me in one of the earlier times and it annoyed the dickens out of me, to be 100% honest. He rushed me with that helmet and then just started opening the chest, and I'm sitting there stuck for 25 seconds. You can't PvP trinket out of it either because it's a sap. It's a cloth helmet, but it gives like 15 stamina, which is freaking huge. And cloth, doesn't matter too terribly much, as I'm a druid, so I mean, it's only one step down from leather, and I'll get a 380% contribution to whatever armor it is. But 15 stamps, pretty nice for any helmet. I think it's called the Goblin, I don't know, some kind of Goblin rocket helmet or something, or rush helmet.
Yeah, Goblin rocket helmet.
So very nice is what it is.
And retail, you can make Goblin and Gnomish recipes. I'm gonna have to learn one or the other.
Well, I'm gonna, like I said before, I'm gonna end up going through engineering twice, because there's a couple of Gnomish things that I'm gonna want, and I would feel bad if I didn't get them.
You'll level up Gnomish first, and then get them, and then just drop it and go.
That's right. Which, thankfully, you'd only have to go to about 200, and then just go do the quest for Gnomish, and then craft those 2 items, because there's only 2 of them that you need to craft, but I'd probably go ahead and craft the rest of them that are less than or around 200 skill.
Right.
But the Gnomish Battle Chicken is a bind-on pickup, so you can't trade them, which is the big thing.
Is it like only 20 uses or something, or is it unlimited?
No, it's unlimited. It's a trinket. It's an hour cooldown, though. Or a 30-minute cooldown. But,
does it do?
It's a wimpy pet, sort of like the Dragonling. At least traditionally wimpy. It'll do like 1 to 3 to 5 damage with its regular attacks. But it'll go enraged frequently, and it'll actually do pretty significant damage, more than the Dragonling alternatives. But that's not what you care about them for. What you really want that thing for is it has a buff that'll do traditionally once throughout its life, especially good if it does it early on, so that way it doesn't have a chance to die before it does it. That gives a flat 5% melee haste to basically everyone in the raid. And that's additive, so it's not, if you already have so much, then it adds, another 5% of whatever that is. It's, straight up whatever you've got, and, add another 5% on top of that. So it's pretty huge. So that's the one thing. And the second thing that's bind on pickup that you can only get from crafting it yourself as a Gnomish is the Death Ray. Everything else, like the Gnomish Mind Control Helmet or whatever, are tradable, so Goblin Engineers can use them as long as they've got a Gnomish Engineer friend. But those 2 things are... The Death Ray kind of trollishly, but it has its uses, especially with the Gurubashi Arena trinket, because then it doesn't siphon any of your health, and you end up dealing anywhere between 600 and 2,000 something damage to the enemy, which is pretty massive. Especially once you get them a little bit low, then they're like, oh, I don't have to worry about it yet, or heal just yet, or anything like that. But then you hit them with that, and it's not, the cast bar is uninterruptible, at least I mean, you can stun them out of it, but you can't, what's it called? Like, it won't lower down like with most casting, if you're hitting them. What was I doing? I got lost track of thought here now. Supplies. I guess I'll go do that. Those 2 quests. Oh, I didn't turn in this one. Let me go back and turn this one in. That might get me my level. Or at least close to it.
Just curious, who's gonna hit harder?
What do you mean?
On my backstab. There'd be a difference with the racial.
Generally, whichever one has higher innate agility will probably be backstabbing a little harder, unless you use the orc racial, in which case the orc would definitely be hitting harder.
I'm gonna test what I'm doing for damage.
Like I said, I'm pretty reasonably sure the orc would be better in PvE. And PvP, he's still good for the resistance to stuns and whatnot. But,
yeah, that Will of Forsaken's really nice.
Yeah.
Because I control when I use it.
Strength.
love my spec that I came up with for Rogue.
Yeah. If it were me, I'd probably go undead just for the Will of the Forsaken, because the stun resist is nice, but you're shutting down 2 entire classes with Will of the Forsaken. And any
That's a
one class that
5-second immunity.
yeah, any class that can shut down 2 other classes, like just literally shut them down, like never even be concerned with them, is pretty solid. I mean, if they're anywhere near each other in skill equivalents, then the undead rogue is going to win every time against a warlock or a priest. A warlock or a priest, rather. But unless the rogue is bad or the warlock or priest is exceptionally better, that would be the 2 scenarios when, you know, if they know how to do it, manage to survive, maybe use that opportunity to sack the pet, try to grenade or something, get some kind of incapacitation on the rogue before they get incapacitated, and do the quick summon. There's some kind of skill that allows you to really quickly resummon a pet. So a warlock can actually sack pet twice. But, I mean, if you come up against like an incredibly well-skilled warlock, after that 5 seconds, he'll try to start retaining that,
But for the most part, like, we're going to be PvPing together.
yeah.
That'll...
A warlock is technically a counterclass to the druid, but I don't really have trouble with warlocks at all. Druid is a counterclass to hunter, but actually I have a little more trouble, at least in the beta, with hunters than I have.
Fear you in form, right?
Say again?
They fear you when you're in form?
A hunter can, yes. And a warlock can fear you anytime.
Even if you're a bear?
Yep. And we don't have anything that makes us immune to fear in Classic, so like the warrior does. So we have nothing to do but get feared. That's why the PvP trinket on a druid is so nice, because that's it gets rid of the fears and charms and stuns. Those are 3 things that druids, other than that PvP trinket, just have no control over getting out of. Where was... Maybe it was down there next to that tree. Oh, no, that's probably it right over there. But yeah, like I said, I don't have any trouble with warlocks. In a 1v1, I've yet to lose to a warlock in World PvP, so... But they are technically a counterclass, and in TBC, they changed warlocks, so that way warlocks had a fear, and then they had basically a psychic scream, just like the priests, an instant cast AoE fear. So at that point, warlocks were actually a genuine counterclass when I played my druid in TBC. That was the only class that I had any trouble with in TBC.
Yeah.
Was a warlock. Because even if I resisted their first fear or trinketed out of it, then, you know, the AoE fear got me. And if I, you know, regardless, you know, if one of those was going to get me, and by the time I was about to come out of the first fear, then they used their, their AoE fear, then they're using their regular fear on me again, which they could literally spam. I mean, there were diminishing returns, obviously, but...
But the other thing is, like, I'll be able to protect you.
Yeah.
That situation, like, a lot.
Yeah, just like when a warrior comes up, I'll be charging at the warrior to lock him down, and, you know, stunning him if he's going after you, so... Like, a warrior is one of Rogue's nasty counterclasses, and as a druid, I have no problem. Just like a warlock or whatever the case may be, you know, against one of those, a rogue's like, yeah, okay, I got this. Although, like I said, I don't have any trouble with him. A hunter, I mean, you know, to be entirely frank, probably a lot of what we're going to be dealing with is solo players, so it really doesn't matter at all what we come up against, unless they are just legit godly or we're having a crazy kind of off day, or they catch us with our pants way down in a PvE battle. Any 2v1 scenario we should have in the bag pretty easily.
I mean, because by the time I open on them, I can open with a cheap shot and go to and double cheap shot basically. I mean, I can cheap shot or gouge or, you know.
Yep. I mean, you'll have all kinds of stuns, and then I'll have a stun. Actually, I'll have three types of stuns that I can use, if not stealth, and a fourth one. I mean, Druids don't have anything nearly as impressive as a stun lock combo that a rogue can pull off, but I remember being able to stun lock as a Druid for about 8 to 9 seconds, starting out with a pounce, and then by the time they come out of pounce, I shift into caster form, you know, get the war stomp off, apply both dots on them, shift into bear form. By the time that's wearing off, I bash them, you know,
Right.
and then by the time that's about to wear off, because that's like 2 or 3 seconds, then I shift into caster form, drop a grenade on them, and then just wait a few seconds for the cooldowns to tick. But that's, you know, that's all I had. That's basically all the stuns the Druid comes up with. And that's including the engineering one.
Is there a stun when you get, what do you call it, immune to stun?
What?
Diminishing returns?
Is there a stun that you can put off with diminishing returns, you mean? Like one that'll stun them even if they have the immunity?
Well, I'm saying like at a certain point, don't you get immune to stun after like...
If stun becomes an interrupt after a certain point, and you're basically immune to the stun. And just like other spells that don't have the stun mechanic, like Fear, if they cast it, if they wait a certain amount of time, then there is no diminishing returns after it wears off. So in other words, if they stay at max distance and don't start casting until you get right back up on them, then they won't suffer diminishing returns, which is why a good warlock knows how to manipulate that. So that way he can, you know, continue those long 15-second fears. But most warlocks, what they'll do is, you know, about the time it runs out, and of course any one of their direct damage spells has a chance to end it as well, including their pets. Most warlocks aren't dumb enough to use direct damage like Shadow Bolt or whatever. They'll just dodge you up and wait. But most of them, what they'll do is about the time you come out of it, they're already casting the next one, which is great for chaining it, because then they'll go from a 15-second fear down to up to like a 22-second fear, because the second one's going to be half the time. It'll be about 7 seconds, and then they can do it again. That'll be about a 25-second fear, and then the last time it only lasts for 1 second, so then they can get it like again for a 26-second. I've had them do that a bunch of times. Or maybe they'll accidentally do it too close the first time, and then I start coming out much faster, like 7 seconds. So then their natural instinct is quick, do another fear, and if they do the first one too close to the second one, or the second one too close to the first fear, then they're boned, because, you know, I come out 7 seconds the next time, and then it'll be 3 to 4 seconds on the next one, and they want to keep trying to get me feared, so each time it halves the amount of fear time until it's literally 1 second, and then after that 1 second one, which is, you know, honestly might as well not even cast it, because I run, turn right back around, run at him again, but they're casting fear because they see I came out of it, and it'll just say immune. But with stuns, it's no exact immunity. It just doesn't stun them, but it'll like still interrupt them if they're casting something. It becomes sort of like a gouge with immediate damage afterward, but no actual damage, if that makes sense. It becomes an interrupt and not a stun. I feel like I explained that a lot more than I needed to.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
Yeah, that's my point, is I think you probably got it the first time.
I'll be right back.
Alright.
I'm out of range.
I'm back.
Welcome back. There's an elite over here that isn't always here. It's not colored like a rare spawn elite. I'm gonna kill it and see if it drops something, because I'm pretty sure it will. I think that's supposed to be a rare spawn, but a lot of the rare spawns that they had in vanilla, because back in vanilla the rare spawns didn't have that silver thing that came in like the Burning Crusade, or at the very end of vanilla maybe it was. So some of them I feel like they forgot to go back and actually give them that little silvery, the silver colored elite banner instead of the regular elite banner.
Put that I had my specs saved.
the elites did. And as suspected, he dropped a green. Random chance? Possibly, but pretty sure he was a rare spawn.
It's too far away.
If the spawn rate was greatly increased like I suspect that it has been, we're going to have lots of additional places we'll have available to be farming up. I'm pretty confident we're going to have a few decent spots in the Barrens to farm up, even if one is pretty crowded. I know of a few now that are really good.
I need to get closer.
Easy peasy pumpkin pie. Another quest down. And another one down. I know this wound up being one of the shorter ones, and it's kind of early, but after staying out in that heat and everything all day, for a while, I guess, for a few hours, with my family, playing with my son, getting all wrapped up and chasing him around the little park or whatever where we went to see the fireworks show, I'm a bit wore out, so I think I'm going to go ahead and call this stream a little bit early, everybody. I know. Oh, sad faces. But you guys will get over it. I love you guys. And we have, I don't want to say it's exactly like a fireworks video, because it's definitely not, but we got a video I'm going to put out probably tomorrow for you guys that you guys might enjoy. So,
Have a good night.
oh, thank you. If you guys enjoy the content on this one, then hey, feel free to like, follow, subscribe, or don't. That's all up to you guys. Nobody owns you. We're going to go ahead and shutting it down. Like I said, we'll be coming back. As always, we strive to be live by 5 Eastern time zone for all you time travelers out there. But most likely, we'll be back quite a bit earlier than that. Got to get my World of Warcraft fix in before they take it away from me on July 12th. So until the next one, everybody, remember that you rock, and we out!